Hello, my wonderful spirit guides. Today I'm going to be reacting to Charli XCX and her new album, BRAT. I am so looking forward to this. Of course, I couldn't listen to it as soon as it was released because I was very much focusing on Patreon requests and wanting to dedicate time to their requests as I have gathered up quite a list of Patreon requests now, and I was doing quite a lot of new releases or other stuff, and the patrons were getting a little bit neglected, just a little bit. So yeah, I was just trying to get back on track with focusing on them a bit more and then bringing back the balance. So that's what I'm doing this month. I'm doing all the new releases that I haven't been able to listen to, and hopefully I can balance out the Patreon requests a little bit better. It is very overwhelming and a little bit stressful, I can't lie. Just trying to balance it all out, and there's always so much new music coming out, and I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, at least I've got a job for life. I mean, that's something. But at the same time, I still think I'm going to die and missed out on so many amazing albums. But hey, we're here now. We are reacting to BRAT. I was going to react to the Sophie song today. There's mixed opinions though. Some people are like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then it seems like some people are like, just a little bit apprehensive because of the fact that Sophie's not here to administrate or consent to the songs coming out. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But I think it's being handled by her family. So obviously with it being family, you'd think it would be a bit more safe and okay. So there's mixed opinions. Let me know what you think, because I might not release any reaction until I know the consensus of what the majority of people think. I personally think, I don't know what I think actually, but I personally think it's okay. Is it okay? Would I be okay with it? I think I would be okay with it. Even if my rubbish songs, I wouldn't mind people releasing those. Some of the things that hold me back from releasing my own music is the fact that I'm alive and I have to see what people say about it, and I don't want to know. So maybe that's the best time to release my music, when I die. I don't know. What do you think? Anyway, this video isn't about that. This is about Charli XCX and her new album, BRAT, which came out last month, I think. Yeah, I think it came out in June. Yeah, I think so. But yes, I've also done a makeup look to accompany the album. Of course, I'd be crazy not to. But yeah, it's nothing actually that major. But then is the album cover that major? No. But it's major in its own way. It kind of makes a statement. It's just BRAT. And it's kind of I don't even know what the font is. Someone tell me what that font is. Maybe Arial. I think the font is Arial. I think so. But yeah, I obviously didn't write very neatly or anything, but I have terrible handwriting in general, so this is definitely the best you're going to get from me. I also had to do it backwards in the mirror so that it would show normal for you guys. I am really happy with this look, with all the greens. I also thought it'd be fun to wear a t-shirt with me on it because I thought that was just bratty behavior to just wear a t-shirt with me on it. You know what I mean? Being yeah, I wear a t-shirt with my face on it. It's so fucking what? And it also says, hello, my wonderful spirit guides. This was my first ever time trying to make merch, and I don't mind it, honestly. And the sticker has stayed pretty well over the years. But obviously I probably wouldn't do merch with my face on it. I just thought I was just doing this to it was just really a test run sort of thing. But now I just love this top. I don't wear it out, ever. I'll only ever wear it on video or as pajamas, basically. But what else is cool about this top is that this look I actually wore in a Charli XCX reaction video before. So I was like, oh, what a callback. I actually looked exactly like this in one of my reactions to Charli. So yeah, if you'd like to see this video completely uncut, then do come over to Patreon. Also, becoming a patron just really helps this channel out. It literally keeps this channel going. It's my job, and I don't really make any money on YouTube because of the type of content I make, which is all copyright stuff, which is irritating, even though what I'm doing is fair use, but tell that to YouTube, huh? So yeah, being a patron is literally what funds this channel and funds my life, basically. But if you can't do that, don't worry, please don't worry, because I do understand that even though the patrons fund my life, I know that your lives need to be funded too, and you can't be spending all your money on little old me when you got to put food on your own table. So I do understand that totally. So you can like, comment, subscribe, share, because all of that is free. Follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram, completely free. And you'll get lots of different like clips on both Instagram and TikTok, updates, pictures, all stuff like that. I really do recommend following me on Instagram or TikTok, whatever you want. And also go and check out my community tab on YouTube now and then, because I post very important information on there a lot of the time. Some of the people that were asking, oh, are you going to react to BRAT? I'd already written 2 community tabs about why I hadn't reacted to BRAT yet. And some people missed that, obviously. Like, don't worry, I'm not blaming you or anything, but that's why I'm saying check the community tab now and then, so that you can see updates. Also, a benefit to becoming a patron, I will be watching the music videos over on Patreon. It will be an extended version of this video, where at the end I watch the music videos, and that will be a Patreon exclusive. So yes, right, let's go. The first song is called 360. Gives me Pop 2 vibes. It just feels like Charli.
Yeah, 360. When you're in the mirror, do you like what you see? When you're in the mirror, you're just looking at me. I'm everywhere, I'm so Juliana. When you're in the party, bumping that beat. 666 with the Princess Street. Bumping that. That city still sluts the vibe, internationally recognized. You gon' jump if AG made it. If you love it, if you hate it. I don't fucking care what you think. Drop down, yeah. Put the camera flash on. Looking like an icon. Work angles, yeah. Yeah, 360. When you're in the mirror, do you like what you see? When you're in the party, bumping that beat. 666 with the Princess Street. Bumping that. Bumping that. Bumping that.
Cute! Do you know what? That's a really cute first song. It felt kind of low-key. It gave me like Pop 2 Charli. It gave me Charli feelings, those 2 albums. Of course, it also gave me a bit of Crash. I don't know, it really reminded me more of like BRAT. It really reminded me more of like Pop 2 and Charli era to me. Maybe not, but it felt like it to me. Let's have a little look on Genius, what might be said about it. But yeah, it was very like cute, minimal, like the bass was really nice, but it wasn't like a bass where you're like going to be dancing like crazy. It's not like a big club song like she's had with like Back to Back and Club Classics and so on like that. It's a bit more like, okay, this is the start of the album. We're going to come in cute. We're going to come in cute. Let's see what might be said though. It says, the 4th single of Charli XCX's sixth studio album, BRAT, 360, serving as the first song of said album and illustrator of self-empowered themes to come. As inferenced by the title, Charli, much like Von Dutch, sees her own importance with the hyperpop and PC music community, with 360 being in direct reference to the self-surrounding lyrics. But Charli doesn't centre it just to herself. She intercontextually mentions those who have helped inspire, teach and form the mantle of mother that now falls on Charli, with individuals like BRAT, Julia and A.G. Cook all being mentioned throughout the song. I went my own way and I made it. I'm your favourite reference, baby. Call me BRAT, you're so inspired. So who is BRAT? BRAT is an American model and musician. She gained prominence when she was handpicked by Charli XCX for the punk rock band Nasty Cherry. This lyric is inspired by the accusations against Amelia Gray Hamlin, with BRAT's fans claiming Amelia stole BRAT's aesthetic and face through plastic surgery. Here, Charli likens herself to BRAT and implicitly likens the unnamed subject of her song to Amelia Gray Hamlin. This may also reference Charli and Camilla Cabello's recent feud, with Charli hinting in a TikTok that Camilla I Love It was heavily inspired by Charli's I Got It. Okay. Interesting. Call me BRAT, you're so inspired. You're so inspired. Ooh, it's kind of like, yeah. It's kind of got like a little sass to it. I'm tectonic moves I make 'em shock you like defibrillators. Defibrillator. We know what I'm trying to say. No style, I can't relate, I'll always be the one. Drop down, yeah, put the camera flash on, so stylish, baby T is all gone. Drop down, yeah, looking like an icon, work angles, yeah. Obviously just being like, yeah, 360, I am just amazing, angles, flash the camera, flash the camera, flash the camera, woo! She says, yeah, 360, when you're in the mirror, do you like what you see? When you're in a mirror, you're just looking at me. I'm everywhere, I'm so Julia. Okay, I'm going to have to look at what the Julia reference is. I'm going to click that. Charli is asking you to take a 360 turn and look at how not only she's everywhere, her influence is all over. In fact, even on your reflection in a mirror, as in you've been inspired by her subconsciously through being everywhere. This sets the boastful, brash side of Brat's party girl persona, which will eventually contrast with the more vulnerable and insecure side. Ooh, okay, yeah, you can't have a Brat album and be all like, I'm a total brat, and be like egotistical without having like the flip side of it. I think that's perfect. That's what a perfect album does. It shows the flip side. Personally, that's what I think. It's because it's not all about this outward show. It's also about the inner work and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to Charli, she's so good at being like that bitch, but also she's good at being vulnerable, and that's what I love to hear from Charli. But I like that though, about how even in the way that you look in a mirror, you might have been influenced by her style. I mean, it's quite funny because obviously today that's exactly what I've done. I'm totally influenced. And then I'm everywhere, I'm so Julia. Oh, it's Julia Fox. I thought it might be, but I was like, I don't know why, or I don't know. I don't really know much about Julia Fox, if I'm honest. It says here, a direct reference to Julia Fox, who is a prolific Italian-American actress, debuting her acting career in 2019's Uncut Gems. From then on, she becomes further known through her eccentric style and online presence. In relation to Charli XCX, Charli is good friends with Julia, going as far as to call her an effing icon. The two recently collaborated in the live Boiler Room set. This serves as Fox's first jab into the music industry through the song Down the Drain, the title being a call towards her self-published book. Fox was also featured in the 360 music video, which I will be checking out on Patreon. And then she says stuff like, that city sewer slut's the vibe, internationally recognised, I set the tone, it's my design, and it's stuck in your mind. Legacy is undebated, you're gonna jump if AG made it. If you love it, if you hate it, I don't fucking care what you think. That's the total Brat energy attitude, which is perfect for an introduction song. Wonderful. I love all like the hyper pop sort of sounds in there. And yet produced by A.G. Cook and Circuit. Very cool. But anyway, I don't want to spend too much time on this. Let's move on, because I know there's going to be some even better bangers to come. Actually, the next song is Club Classics, which I have heard. You can check out my reaction to that on YouTube, but I'm going to just party to it now.
Right now.
I go to the club, I wanna hit those club classics. Club classics, club classics.
I wanna dance to me, I wanna dance to AG, I wanna dance with George, I wanna dance to Sophie, I wanna dance to Hub Mo. Play the track fast, not slow, pull it back twice, let's go. Put your hands up and dance, yeah, I'm gonna dance all night, that's right. All night, never gonna stop, never gonna stop. Yeah, I wanna dance to me. Yeah, I wanna dance to me. I wanna dance to me. When I get to the club. Yeah, put your hands up and dance. Yeah, I'm gonna dance all night, that's right. All night, never gonna stop till the morning light. Never gonna stop,
It literally feels like your heart trying to escape your fucking body. You know what I mean? You know, that sound, it just literally feels like a heart trying to bounce out of your chest. I'm glad we had that one up next, because I needed to pick my energy up. I felt like when I was talking about that last song, my energy was kind of low, and I was like, oh fuck. Don't know why, I'm just different every day. I just had a bit of like a flat line in my brain when I started this album reaction, even though I really enjoyed the first song, to be fair. But then when I went to describe it, I was like tripping over my words loads, so you might see a lot of cuts. I mean, you'll see a lot of cuts in my video anyway, but like, I'm just trying to get my head in the game, because I've been excited about this for ages, but sometimes that happens, you know, when you're so excited about something, and suddenly you're like, oh, the time has come. okay, act normal. But instead I'm just weirdly flatlining. I probably didn't seem like that, but I feel like it. My brain juices aren't flowing as they usually would. But that's okay, that's okay. Yeah, I loved listening to club classics just to get me into it again. But we are going to move on because I have reacted to it already, and you can check that out on YouTube or Patreon. Whew. Right, next one is called Sympathy is a Knife. Ooh, I like that. Let's go. Ooh, oh, oh.
Wanna share the space. I don't wanna force a smile. This one girl taps my insecurities. One voice.
Nice harmony.
George says I'm just paranoid. I'm embarrassed to have it beneath the sympathy, 'cause I couldn't even be if I tried. I'm opposite of on the other side.
Ooh.
Up and down. All the sympathy is just a knife. Oh no, don't. Why?
Ooh, that break.
Buy a gun. Why?
Ooh,
I wanna shoot myself.
that's heavy.
Volatile at war with my dialogue.
Yeah, I feel that.
Wild voice tearing me apart.
Wow.
So effort
That harmony's like electronically manipulated.
as I
Wow.
try.
Oh, the sympathy is just a knife.
Why I couldn't even grip my teeth and lie. All the sympathy is just a lie.
Wow.
Sympathy is just a lie.
Oh,
All the sympathy
the way it like breaks and yeah, you know.
couldn't even do if I tried. Oh no.
Oh, I love that. I love it when her vocals have all like the auto-tuned sort of craziness on them. And I always feel like Charlie's like the way Charlie's is done is always so particular to her. It really does turn her into like some sort of like robot. Like she already has distortion in her voice. So she's like, oh, the sympathy is just a knife. Oh. You know what I mean? It's like distortion there with like the sort of creak onsets and so on and offsets. But then with the electronic stuff mixed with it, it just gives it this truly electronic feeling that is so fun and like particular to her. Wow, that song though, like yeah, we're already getting there for like we're on the third song and we're already getting to that point of being like yeah, but I'm also insecure, which I like because the first two songs when you're coming into it you're like okay, two songs that are a little bit like yeah, I'm the best, yeah, I'm the best. And then the listener might be thinking, oh, okay, so she obviously loves herself a lot. She obviously thinks she's the best, which she should. But then hearing that one, it really turns it on the flip side already. It's already becoming a multi-dimensional album, which is awesome. Also just love the pulls, the breaks, the sort of like the width of the song, the like kind of distortion within the song as well, and the synthesizers and the dun, 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 sort of like stabby sounds, if I can recall properly. I'm loving this sound so far, though. It really is giving Charlie. I don't want to share the space. I don't want to force a smile. This one girl taps my insecurities. Don't know if it's real or if I'm spiraling. One voice tells me that they laugh. George says, I'm just paranoid. Says he just don't see it. He's so naive. I'm embarrassed to have it, but need the sympathy. Ooh, okay, so she doesn't want to share this space. It's almost like she is jealous of a girl, basically. This one girl makes her think of her insecurities. This is what I'm kind of getting from it. Maybe this girl, right, is like beautiful, like stunning, cool, good career, good at singing, all these things, like Charlie, right? And this girl, maybe she says things to Charlie that are slightly like passive aggressive or like undermining or whatever, or like backhanded compliments or something. And Charlie's thinking, oh, she makes me feel quite insecure, this girl, but I don't know if it's just me being jealous or if this girl's actually trying to do that to me. And she's saying everyone else is telling me I'm being paranoid, but I don't want people to be like, oh, don't be silly. I don't want people to say that's not true. you're amazing, don't worry about it. Like, she wants someone just to sympathize and be like, oh no, that's horrible that you feel that way. Like, that's really sad. And like, I really don't want you to feel that way. But I can understand why you might feel that way. And everyone has insecurities. Maybe she just wants a listening ear, even though she's embarrassed to have that sympathy because she feels like it's such a shallow thing. It's not shallow. And then, because I couldn't be her if I tried, I'm the opposite. I'm on the other side. I feel all these feelings I can't control. Don't know why. All this sympathy is just a knife. I want to click that one just to see what someone has said. The phrase sympathy is a knife is alluding to sympathy hurting Charli deeply. Similar to the phrase cuts like a knife, receiving sympathy doesn't make Charli feel comforted and instead makes her feel like it is disingenuous. It's just a lie. Yeah, interesting, because it feels like she says she's embarrassed to have it, but she needs the sympathy. But then she also says all the sympathy feels like a knife. Maybe it's just like the type of sympathy she's getting feels like a knife. Maybe the type of sympathy she's getting isn't quite hitting the spot. I don't know. Or maybe it's sympathy from the girl that she's slightly jealous of. Maybe she feels like it's ingenuous from this girl. I don't freaking know, to be honest. But then she says, why I can't even grit my teeth and lie. I feel all these feelings I can't control. Oh no, don't know. So maybe she's becoming quite vocal about her insecurities, and then she is getting sympathy for them and it's uncomfortable. But then it still goes back to, why would you say, I'm embarrassed to have it but need the sympathy? I don't know. Sometimes I'd read it too far into these lyrics, or I'm not reading far enough, or I'm just dumb. Okay? Sometimes that's just the case. But then she says, yeah, oh no, don't know why I want to buy a gun, why I want to shoot myself, which is so, like, that. Those two things are like, that's crazy to put in a song if you think about it. Like, not crazy, like, I like that she did. We've gone to that level. That's how dark it feels for her. And she's been so vulnerable saying the exact truth there. And when she says volatile at war with my dialogue, totally feel that inner dialogue. Nasty. Do you know what? When I'm having like burnout or depressive days, my inner dialogue is so loud and like it's dark, and its voice is like, it's literally like the baseline of everything I do. When I'm having like a normal day, I barely even hear a dialogue in my head. Like, I barely even hear any words, really. What I hear on a good day is me just going, la, 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 start singing a random song. Honestly, when I'm in a good mood, I just sing. I'm just walking around the house, making up songs, doing silly things, doing characters. There's no dialogue because I'm just creating sounds and creating weird, like, characters and voices all day. You know what I mean? I'm just doing weird shit. Or I'm, like, totally distracted by something I enjoy or whatever. But on those dark days, the dialogue is all you can frickin' hear. I'd say that there was a God if they could stop this. Wild voice tearing me apart. I'm so apprehensive now, don't want to see her backstage at my boyfriend's show, fingers crossed behind my back, I hope they break up quick. So, don't want to see her backstage at my boyfriend's show, fingers crossed behind my back, hoping they break up quick. Ex-boyfriend or her boyfriend? Like, or is she being cheated on? Some fans theorise this line indicates the song is about T-Swizzle, Taylor Swift. From May to June 2023, Taylor publicly dated Matty Healy, the frontman of the band 1975, who is bandmates with George Daniel, Charli's then boyfriend, now fiancé. Okay. According to the concert archives, the 1975 played a handful of shows while Taylor and Matty were dating, including BBC Radio 1's Big Weekend on May 27th, where Charli could have encountered Taylor backstage. Taylor also performed in a surprise appearance at the 1975 show before she and Matty publicly dated, at their January 2023 show in London, another occasion where Charli may have seen her backstage. At the January 2023 show, Charli and Taylor both posted photos of Matty Healy's mum, further indicating that they probably saw each other at the event. Okay, yeah, so Taylor publicly dated Matty Healy, and Charli was going out with George Daniel. It's not like they're going out with the same person. Why is this a problem? Oh, unless the whole song is about Taylor. Maybe the whole song's about Taylor. She wants her and Matty Healy to break up so that she could be the only cool girl backstage of the show, and that she doesn't have to see Taylor anymore, so that she doesn't have to feel these insecurities or jealousy. Is this really true? Do people really feel like this? It's about Taylor? If that is so, this song is way more raw than I thought. This isn't a general sort of insecurity thing. This is raw. This is like real and personal. Oh, speculation. All of it is alleged, but interesting. And she does literally say, I couldn't be here if I tried. I'm the opposite. I'm on the other side. And, you know, Charli XCX, Taylor Swift, I would definitely say they're opposite, even from down to the looks. You know what I mean? Like, Taylor's looked at as like this kind of, you know, pop princess, but very like sweet blonde and like, you know, dainty la. Whereas Charli's a bit more fucking cool in the sense of like she's a bad girl, a bit more slutty vibes, like hyper pop music, dark hair. Like, they are opposites. Oh gosh, this is crazy. Okay. So yeah, it does say this song is also interpreted as Charli's recognition of not being able to be as popular as Taylor is, even if she tried. In June, Taylor released a special edition variant of the Tortured Poets Apartment, available only in the UK. Fans speculate that this was meant to block Charli's album from debuting at number 1. BRAT debuted on the all genre charts at number 3, even though that's really fucking cool. But, how did I not know any of this? I mean, I never really know a lot. I know as much as I know. You know, I get all my pop culture information from basically the cancelled podcast and Just Trish. And so I only know the pop culture that they talk about. But other than that, I don't know all this stuff. I just don't even know all this stuff. That's crazy. Maybe I heard a little bit about it, but I don't remember. Damn, the girls are fighting. Let's move on. I'm reacting to I might say something stupid. Me all the time. Let's go.
I might say something stupid. Talk to myself in the mirror.
Ooh, this is cool. Building the tension with that.
Enter the party, door is open. Let in, but still outside.
Very
I look
melancholy.
perfect for the background. I go so cold.
Pretty.
I go so cold.
It's almost theatrical.
'Cause I don't know if I belong here anymore.
Oh, and it dissipates.
I don't feel like nothing special. Guess I'm a mess and play the role. I'm famous but not quite.
Damn.
Perfect for the background. 1 foot in a normal life. I go so cold, and I don't know if I belong here anymore.
What is she saying? She totally belongs here. You belong whatever you're doing, bring out this album, being a musician, you belong right there, and you deserve even more. That's what I'm trying to say. This is sad. I don't like it. I'm like, excuse me. And she's like saying like she's not famous enough, but I feel like she's this album has definitely got her amped up into even more fame at the moment. So I hope she's, you know, feeling a little bit of pride from that. But damn, this is sad. And it makes me think even more about the Taylor Swift thing. I don't really think about the Taylor Swift thing the whole time, because obviously I do quite like Taylor Swift, the old T-Swizzle. This one definitely felt like that again a little bit, being like, you know, the whole like, I'm not as famous, I don't feel like anything special, I'm a mess and I play the role. Oh, that's sad. I guess I'm a mess and I play the role. It's like, no, you don't. You don't play the role of a mess. You're fucking cool, girl. You're wicked. Like the messiness. I don't know. When I like it when like you get girls that are kind of messy and wild and all over the place. Messy is like a really weird word for it, but you know what I mean? Because I resonate. I connect with that. That makes me feel seen and normal, actually. Makes me feel like, yeah, okay, I'm not the only crazy mofo out here. But I also loved it instrumentally, the sort of very mournful lyrics, almost theatrical kind of melodies with the vocals, like a very like, still love that it had like the auto-tune sounds where like she'd be like, and it would like, go like, you know, like kind of like a signal being like, you know, kind of like a glitch in the vocal, and like the just keeping attention. You think it's going to go somewhere at some point, but then it just kind of dissipates. I think that's the word, dissipate. But yeah, just kind of like, yeah, dissipate. I'm just going to use that word. Hopefully it's right. And then it keeps that tension going. And it's a very short little song. It feels more like a poem or like a thought or something. But anyway, let's move on. We've now got Talk Talk. This album is getting sad. I hope it picks up with some happiness soon. But let's do Talk Talk.
I've been looking at you.
Okay. Oh.
Putting holes in your head.
Got a Vogue feeling.
Now I wanna approach ya, but we've been keeping this a secret. I wish you'd talk, wish you'd talk, wish you'd talk, wish you'd just talk to me. I wish you'd talk, I think you're getting closer.
I love her airy vocals.
Wish you'd talk, wish you'd talk, wish you'd talk, wish you'd just talk to me. Talk to me. I'm kinda thinking you are, but then I felt crazy.
Ooh, I like the way she said crazy.
'Cause we've been keeping this a secret.
Ooh.
And all your friends are still there, and I'm just wondering what they know.
The sparkly sounds.
I wish you'd talk, wish you'd talk, wish you'd talk, wish you'd just talk to me. I think you're getting closer. Wish you'd talk, wish you'd just talk to me. Talk to me, wish you'd just talk to me.
I love how the synths feel like they're like swirling. Literally swirling.
Talk to me in French, talk to me in Spanish, talk to me in your own made-up language. Doesn't matter if I understand it. Once you talk to me, I'll talk to you and say, hey, let's get out of here. Shall we go back to my place?
Cute. Yeah, I really like the swirling synths in that one. Really sounds cool. I could literally picture like someone like making a cake, and it's like this. Obviously, I've got synesthesia, so what I was about to describe, I was about to go, and it looks like someone's baking a cake, but like the cake batter is synthesizers, and I was like, that doesn't make sense, because it's like an actual swirling sort of like the view of it is swirling. Momo? Oh, you're here. Hello.
What's on your face? BRAT.
From the album, it's called BRAT.
I thought so.
Look.
Oh, lovely job. Oh, you did it cool.
Yeah.
I like
Can
it.
you, is it read the right way to you?
Yeah.
Okay, because I had to do it backwards in the mirror.
Yeah, you did it good.
I know, I was thinking, and isn't it
Recording it the whole
weird
time.
that you see me a different way that I see myself always? Like I can
don't-
never see myself
don't.
the way.
Don't. I hate it. Stop. I hate you for that.
Ah!
No. My brain. Stop hurting my brain. My brain.
Did you want to get snacks or something? Alright, I'll just sit here for a second.
Can you beckon?
Oh! Alright, okay, I've got to keep
I
going.
need to hug you.
We did hug.
No, baby, just hug.
Oh, I would argue our first hug was better than that one.
It was.
Was I saying something? Yes, I was talking about the synthesizers. Best way to describe it. You know when you get clouds in the sky that aren't like a big cloud like that, but it's the ones that are a bit more streaky. So imagine like a streaky cloud that's like white with cream, white cream, maybe like the lightest of pastel yellows. And imagine someone stirring a bowl and stirring those types of clouds around the bowl. That's kind of what those synths look like. It was almost like a cloud ice cream. Yeah, something like that. I really like that about it. Maybe a little bit jarring after the sad songs. Even though I wanted one to pick me up a bit, it didn't pick me up enough, I'd have to say. But I do like it. I thought it was cool. I also like the whole, like, when, like, let's just talk, let's just talk, let's just talk, whatever. I know I didn't do it exactly the right way, but, like, she would change where, like, it's, like, accented, if you know what I mean. So if I go ba, 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 there's, like, every beat is accented. But if I go ba, 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 obviously one is accented, and the accented one is the one that pops the most. It's the one that stands out. So you could change that too. So if I go ba 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 ba, you know, you can choose where you put the accent, and it felt like she was doing that on the talks. Every time she said one of the talks, she would accent it in a different place, which was really cool. Let's just go to your about section for this one. I'm not going to do a whole deep dive into lyrics here. Charli has said, Talk is about like a very specific moment where me and my fiance, we were not together, but we were definitely like very into each other. We were at the NME Awards. We were both sort of sat on different tables and we were like texting each other, but we weren't like hanging out, but we were both like, I love how much she says like, she sounds like me. I say like so much. I actually don't think you guys realize how many times I have to cut out the word like from my videos. Sometimes when you see a cut, it is literally just because I'm saying like too much. We were looking over at each other. It was very like one of us would look, the other one would look away, and then vice versa. And you know, when you just feel like someone's watching you, you could feel like a hole burning in the back of your head or something like that. It was very much that moment in the song. I say, I followed you to the bathroom, then I felt crazy. I did actually do that. I saw that he went to the bathroom, so I was like, oh, I'll like go to the bathroom, and then maybe we'll like bump into each other and we won't be like texting all the time. And then I like got halfway there and I was like, this is insane. I went and sat back down again. I love that so much, honestly. I feel like the start of something special always starts with a slight bit of craziness. I don't mean like a toxic craziness. I just mean like we do things that we're like, why am I doing that? Like you just can't keep cool when you like someone basically, and you're like, okay, let's just walk to the bathroom and pretend I bumped into him, even though it seems totally obvious that I did this on purpose. So she's like, okay, let's go sit back down. I think she should have just done it, to be honest. Get out of that silly texting stage and just chat to each other, for goodness sake. It's so funny when you actually like someone, the amount of fear and nerves that go into it as well. Yeah, cool. But anyway, moving on, we've now got Von Dutch, which I have also heard, and that I reacted to that on YouTube as well and on Patreon. So we're just going to jam to this one. I've actually been singing this all day. I love it. Totally feels like I'm at a fairground on the ride, you know? Woo!
I'm just living that life. Von Dutch, cold classic, but it's still pop. I get money, you get mad because the band is up. Von Dutch, cold classic in the eardrums. Why you lying? You won't fuck unless you famous. It's on your number one, on your number one, on your number one, on your number one. Yeah, it's so obvious. On your number one, on your number one. Maybe you're jealous of me. You're obsessed and just confess it, 'cause it's obvious. On your number one, your number one. I'm just living that life. Von Dutch, cold classic, but it's still pop. Yeah, I know your little secret, put your hands up. It's so obvious. On your number one life. Von Dutch, cold classic in the eardrums. A little dash without it, you'd be nameless. Your number one, your number one, your number yeah, I know your little secret, put your hands up. It's so obvious. I'm your number one.
Give me 1 second. Oh. Oh. Honestly, I think it's music like that that just makes the world go round. I truly do. So good, lush. I love, like at the moment, this year in general, just listening to like proper songs that make me want to dance has been my like savior. It's been something recently where like, well, I've always liked songs that make me dance, but I've really like realized how much I like them this year. And that's one of those songs that are just so, this one and Back to Back, oh, they just really get me going. But also it's cool to hear that song again after the rest of the songs, and Von Dutch suddenly feels like, you know, she's back on that I'm your number one, it's okay to admit that you're jealous of me, it's so obvious, all these things. Feels like she's back on her A game, not feeling insecure anymore. But also I feel like having that kind of ego It's like a fake it till you make it sort of thing. So her being like, I'm your number one, you're jealous of me, da da da. It's like a kind of, yeah, fake it till you make it. Say this stuff about yourself so that you can feel those things about yourself. Give yourself, and especially with music, make a song saying, I'm your number one, I'm the best, I'm the freaking best, bitch. And then when you listen to it, you could be like, yeah, I sang that. Yeah, that's how I feel. That's me. That is me. Pump yourself up with your own music. Oh, it's so cool. But yeah, I'm not going to talk too much about it because I have already. I'm boiling. I'm boiling. Listen, I'm a very stationary person usually. So when I get to really dance to a song, my heart be bumping out my chest. I'm diagnosed with high blood pressure. I'm on 2 different medications for it because it wouldn't go down after one medication. I mean, I also have fibromyalgia, ADHD, mostly on the inattentive side, but I do still have hyperactivity, and it's so fun to just be able to release the energy that I have trapped within me all the time. But yes, let's listen to Everything Is Romantic. Ooh. Not loving this strange little cowlick kink in my hair, but hey.
Bad tattoos on leather tan skin, Jesus Christ on a plastic sign. Early nights and white sheets with lace curtains. Bad tattoos on leather tan skin, Jesus Christ on a plastic sign. Fall in love again and again, winding roads through manual drive.
What?
Fall in love again and again, winding roads through manual drive. Early nights and white sheets with lace curtains. Capri in the distance, in a place that can make you change, a place that can make you change. Fall in love. Everything is romantic. Everything is romantic.
Wow, this is giving Sophie. Is it AG?
Romantic.
Yeah.
Romantic.
Charli XCX also helped produce an El Guincho.
Orange drinks on the beach. 4 generations make up a family. Lemons on the trees and
Wow.
on the ground.
Kind of gives Ray a little bit too.
Early nights and white sheets with lace curtains. Pompeii in the distance, in a place that can make you change. Fall in love again and again. Early nights and white sheets with lace curtains. Fall in love again and again. 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 Fall in
Again.
love again and again. Fall in love again and again. Fall in love again and again. Fall in love again and again.
Those backing vocals, so watery.
Fall in love again and again. 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 Fall in love again and again.
Ooh. Whoa. That's such a hyperpop classic. Like, you know what I mean? Especially with like having it start very like sweet and like almost romantic movie-esque in some of like the instrumental parts, to it then just hitting so hard, literally punching, to then like having to fall in love again and again at the end, you know, just like you feel like there's such a hyperpop thing to do, which is like having these false kind of like tension rise ups, thinking it's going to fall back into like a big moment, but it doesn't. It just kind of has these like pretty atmospheric sounds, like her vocals sounding like water, and there was other water elements. I think at the end it sounded a bit like rain, and there was a bit in it where it was like you know, a little water element. Interesting. Let's have a look at that. Bad tattoos on leather tan skin, Jesus Christ on a plastic sign, fall in love again and again, winding roads doing manual drive. Okay, so it feels like she's just describing a guy, and then she's also describing like this kind of tacky Jesus Christ on a plastic sign. You know how like when you're in love, like tacky things, it could be corny and it could be cheesy, but to you it's not, because you're in it, you're in that feeling. It's got a weird thing like that to it. Fall in love again and again, winding roads doing manual drive. Just sounds like she's driving for England, to be honest. Early nights and white sheets and late with lace curtains. Yeah, really just like setting a scene here. Capri in the distance. I think that's a car, right? I don't know. Or is it something else? Or is that a Capri? Capri? Aren't they called Capri or Capri, I don't know. The song is filled with a feeling of constant hopeless entry into frivolous relationships. Presumably, Charlie stops in Sorrento, the Italian capital of love and evening walks, located between, oh, it's a place, Capri, an island in Italy with a heavenly climate, and Pompeii, a legendary city destroyed by a volcanic eruption. Every love is full of romance, enjoyment of life, and not the continuation of family generations. So, like, all her relationships, they are filled with love, but, like, they don't see enough, like, longevity to then have generations. Interesting. Everything is romantic, and then, like, fall in love again and again. Yeah, of course, it's like, yeah, just the constant in and out of different relationships. Wow. Okay, and then obviously it says the whole lemons on the trees and on the ground, sandals on the stirrups of the scooter. Oh, I love the alliteration there. Sandals on the stirrups of the scooters. Oh, that's so pretty. Neon orange drinks on the beach. 4 generations make up a family. Wow. Yeah, this one is like totally paints the scene. It really paints the environment. You could visualize everything she's saying. It really is written in that way. It's very descriptive. Wow, that was cool. And I wasn't expecting it to hit like that. Okay, the next song is called Rewind. I am sweating so much. I'm going to sweat my little brat off. Okay, next song is called Rewind.
Sometimes I just wanna rewind. Sometimes.
True.
Back in time to when I wasn't insecure, to when I didn't overanalyze my face shape.
Wow.
Nowadays I only eat at the good restaurants, but honestly I'm always thinking about my weight. I used to feel embarrassed when I call out the paparazzi. Everyone else does it constantly. Sometimes I really think it would be cool to rewind. Sometimes. I just wanna rewind. Used to burn CDs full of songs I didn't know. Used to sit in my bedroom putting polish on my toes. Recently I've been thinking about a way simpler time. Sometimes I really think it would be cool to rewind. Wondering about whether I think I deserve commercial success. It's running through my mind. Sometimes I really think it would be cool to rewind.
I love her staccato kind of, cadence.
Sometimes.
This song feels really reminiscent of her earlier stuff.
To a different time, oh, sometimes I just want to rewind. I just want to rewind. Press rewind. Yeah, press rewind.
Do you know what? I don't think it's shocking that sound reminded me of Pop 2 again. Also, I have to revisit Pop 2 because I feel like I haven't heard that one in a while, to be honest. And maybe I'm sounding completely incorrect because I haven't heard it for a while. But anyway, I'm going with it anyway. It's interesting that she's saying, sometimes I want to rewind, and it does have more of a Pop 2 sound, which was like some years ago now. And it feels like maybe that was a good time for her, maybe in that space. She wishes she was like that person again in that era. Who knows, maybe not, but I never used to feel like that in my early 20s because life had just begun and everything was about the future. But now that I'm in my late 20s, I often think I wish I could rewind and do things differently and have the mind I have now and put it in my younger self. But then that's not growth, is it? Do you know what I mean? You have to go through your life and experiences and do stupid stuff or whatever just to get to where you are now and get to the maturity and intelligence that you have now. But it is hard sometimes because you look back and you do wish that there was some things that you didn't do or some things that you did do, and like times that you've wasted and how you felt like you had all the time in the world but you don't. Yeah, I think like one of the common things that most like older people say is like when giving advice to young people is live your life, do everything you want to do. don't hold back, just go for it, you know, like just make sure you make memorable moments. But then sometimes the memorable moments aren't always things you want to remember. Maybe you do something a little too crazy. Maybe someone broke your heart. Maybe someone died, you know? You want to rewind before life's had its way with you. And it can, yes, life can give you so many positive experiences and memories, but the dark ones, and as we are humans, we are built to just survive. Happiness is like a luxury a lot of the time. We are born to survive. So negativity is the thing that helps us survive because, you know, we all obviously constantly have to think about things that are dangerous just to keep our bodies alive. And seems confusing because why would something like depression keep us alive? Don't you think depression is one of the biggest killers? Fuck yes, it is. But also depression is such self-preservation because what do? You don't really go out and do anything. You literally stay in like a hole on your bed and just lie there where nothing can hurt you. Apart from your own mind, of course. Depression has definitely taken a life of its own, I'd have to say. But back in like the caveman days, depression was important to staying away from, you know, attackers, staying inside the cave and just like keeping everything on a low down, shutting everything down was a way to keep safe. But yeah, I feel that.
Sorry, I just wanted to tie this back into the song before we move on because I felt like I kind of was like doing a big speech and then it kind of ended and it didn't quite tie back into what the song was about. I just went on a big bloody tangent about depression and like anyway, yeah, so basically what I'm trying to say is as much as I would love to go back to the girl who was like an idealist, naive, airy fairy, I know that all that wasn't true happiness. In fact, actually, I had a lot of horrible times in my earlier years, in my earlier adult life as well, but then it just got darker and darker and darker over time. But you know, so then I think like, oh my god, I was so happy in my early 20s when actually no, I hadn't experienced as much pain yet. You know what I mean? So yeah, technically I was happier, but that's because I hadn't experienced as much. But anyway, true happiness does come from knowing what pain is. I don't believe bad experiences make us stronger, but I do believe that they make us wiser. Figuring out the root of our pain is so important. Without that awareness, we can never strive for enlightenment. Once we shine light onto our shadow selves, we can slowly let light win. It isn't an easy journey, but it kind of is the only journey you can truly take to feel content in this life. Life isn't easy, just make sure we scatter some good moments throughout it to keep us going, and hopefully once we're all a bit older, we could be grateful for the work we put in trying to unmask all the root causes of our pain, you know? Maybe we all feel like, wow, I really did some soul searching, I really uncovered a lot of, yeah, like I said, root causes, and now I know exactly what I want and what will make me happy. That'll be true happiness, true happiness. But yeah, so don't rewind, just use the past as a reference sheet for things that we do like and for things that we don't like. The past is great that, you know, it's great. It's great that we've had these experiences to like define and refine who we are. And basically to know you is to love you. So yeah, apply that to yourself.
I feel that song. I'm not going to look into every lyric. That's just what I'm going to say about it. Let's move on. We've now got So I.
Always on my mind.
Okay.
Every day, every night. Your star burns so bright. With a power like a lightning strike. When I'm on stage, sometimes I lie. Say that I love singing these songs you left behind.
Oh.
And I know you always said it's okay to cry.
Is this about Sophie?
So I cry. Wish I tried to pull you closer. You pushed me hard, made me focus. I was petrified. You're a hero and a human. Track was done, I'd make excuses. Stay for dinner, I'd say no, I'm fine. Now I really wish I stayed. Always on my mind. You had a power like a lightning strike. When I'm on stage, sometimes I lie. Say that I love singing these songs you left behind. So I know I can cry, Heavy feelings keep me fractured. Got a phone call after Christmas. I watched you dance online. Your sounds, your words live on endless. When I make songs, I remember. Maybe just a little bit. Always on my mind. Every day, every night. Your star burns so bright. You had a power like a lightning strike. When I'm on stage, sometimes I lie. Say that I love singing these songs you left behind.
This is
It's okay to
wow. Yeah. Wow, the song actually kind of sounds like the song It's Okay to Cry by Sophie. And I'm very much assuming this song was about Sophie. I just felt it, like it like hit me before it even got to the line It's Okay to Cry. I was like, I feel like this is about Sophie. Like I genuinely felt it. And then of course it went on further and it makes sense, like singing your songs live. I say I love it, but actually it's sad because it reminds me of you. Let's not get emotional right now. I know it's okay. It is okay to cry. Literally, it's okay to cry. But sometimes when I get crying in a reaction, it like it's really hard for me to come back and listen to the rest of the album. So I'm just trying to keep it together a little bit, you know? Let's just go to the about section for this. So I is about Charli's longtime collaborator Sophie. They worked together on songs like Vroom Vroom and Lip Gloss. Charli has credited Sophie as being one of the biggest influences in her artistry and her life. Charli discovered her through her song Lemonade and decided to meet her for a studio session in Sweden. This was the start of a great artistic relationship and friendship. I love Lemonade. It's like one of my favourite songs, honestly, by Sophie. Lemonade, lemonade. Something about it is so good. Anyway, sadly, Sophie passed away on 30th of January 2021. It's crazy to think that was 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago now. Literally, I started my YouTube journey like 3 years ago. Just over 3 years ago. It wasn't even that long after Sophie had passed away, and I'm so glad that all of you guys got me to listen to Sophie. But I was also so sad because it was so fresh, and I never even got to like know Sophie while she was like bringing out music, and that was sad for me. But then I also don't think I would have been able to handle the heartbreak of losing her if I was so invested in her already at the start. Kind of going into her music after she'd already passed might have saved me a little bit from some of the heartbreak, but it doesn't actually make it less heartbreaking, let's be real. But you know what I'm trying to say. Sophie passed away 30th January 2021 after accidentally falling from the rooftop of a building while attempting to take a picture of the full moon in Greece, which is actually such a fucking crazy freak experience, like freak accident way to go. I don't know, it's just wild that was the case. Her legacy lives on and inspires artists in all genres of music. Hell yeah. In this song, Charli speaks of her regrets about their relationship, how she would often push Sophie away since Charli was afraid of not being cool enough or good enough of a person for her. Charli also suggests she would have kept Sophie closer if she had known she would pass away so soon. But that's just like, everyone feels like that. So many people feel like that. And, you know, that's such a classic in the sense of like, people always go, oh, I wish, you know, my last words to them was I love you, or I wish that I didn't say no to their, coming over. Or if we spent all our lives thinking this person could die at any minute, you'd be living your life in a very odd and stressful way because you'd be trying to like see everyone every day. It would be like mayhem. You can't live like that. But yeah, the song was first premiered through a live performance in 2024 Billboard Women in Music event. Lovely. What has the artist said about the song? I'm performing a new song tonight. I've never performed it before, so I'm sorry if I get it all wrong. The song is about a person who is really, really special to me, who is no longer with us. My heart is beating really fast. Sorry. That's so sad. It's so sad. And this is like, you know, I do want to react to that Sophie song, and when the album comes out, I really want to react to it, but I just don't, I don't know whether I should react to it or just listen to it at my own time. I feel like I should just react to it, seeing as it's going to be out in the world anyway. You know what I mean? It'll be intimate between us fans and stuff like that. But it's going to be hard because it's so sad. Like, it's so sad. I feel, and it's sad because obviously I don't know Sophie personally, but I love her music. I love her influence on people. She's one of the first people I reacted to on this channel. She's what brought so many of you guys to my channel. And, you know, how influential her music is, and like being such a successful trans woman as well in the music business, making fun hyperpop music for queer people, for anyone, for all people, but you know what I mean? It's just devastating. And to feel the effect that her death has had on people like Charli, and, you know, her Charli saying, I'm performing a new song. And I can't imagine how difficult that might have been, but how beautiful. I can't even, like, all I can picture is the crowd and Charli and her first ever performing this, and looks like there's a video here. Maybe when I do my music video reactions at the end of this video, only on Patreon, I'll react to this clip of her singing it at the Billboard Women in Music. I think that would be a really good idea, actually. I'll put that as the very last one, so that if I do want to cry, I can, and it won't ruin the makeup. Also, I don't want you to think I'm being like, I don't know, like vain or whatever, but you know, I've put effort into this makeup. I don't want to just like ruin it with tears for the rest of the album. I do want to snap out of this mood and feeling as well. Let's turn it into a bit of a positive. Let's turn it into a thank goodness Sophie was able to influence so many wonderful people and artists before she did pass on. Thank God. Wow, that's great that she was able to have such an influence. Like, she had already influenced so many people before she passed at such a young age. That is so beautiful. I'm so grateful for Sophie and her music. And I can imagine she's looking down on the people that she's inspired, and she's smiling, and she's happy that people are keeping that sound alive. And yeah, so it's all good. It's all good. And we're all going to die in the end anyway. Let's just say that, yeah? Let's not be too sad about it. We'll all be up there in Sophie heaven one day. Anyway, let's move on. The next one was called Girl, So Confusing. Whoa.
It's so confusing sometimes to be a girl.
Yeah.
How do you feel being a girl? How do you feel being a girl? Yeah, I don't know if you like me. Sometimes I think you might hate me. Sometimes I think I might hate you. Maybe you just wanna be me. People say we're alike. They say we've got the same hair. We talk about making music, but I don't know if it's honest. You can't tell what you're feeling. I think I know how you feel.
What I'm feeling now.
So confusing sometimes to be a girl.
This is interesting.
How do you feel being a girl? And I don't know, I'm just a girl. You're all about writing poems, but I'm about throwing parties. Think you should come to my party and put your hands up. I think we're totally different, just you and me. Cause people say we're alike.
Okay, I hate that I'm pausing in the middle, but I need to get this off my chest. Is this about Lorde? Because I do know that Charli and Lorde have a song together, and they possibly had beef or something before. I don't know what the beef was. I don't know anything about that sort of side of things. I'm going to be reacting to that song when the remix out. I think it might be on the remix album, right? That song. I think one of my patrons said to me don't react to it yet because it might be on the remix album, which of course I'm going to react to. Yeah, okay, so I'm not reacting to that one yet. But is this about Lorde? Because the only reason I think that is because she's saying about their hair being alike and how she's all about writing poems and she's about throwing parties. Again, it's like the opposite thing. Ooh, now that makes me really wonder, because it's funny that she's saying about the opposites of her and Taylor Swift, allegedly, and now it's the opposites of her and Lorde, if this is about Lorde, you know, as well. But yeah.
We've got the same hair. One day we might make some music. The internet would go crazy. At least we're closer to being on the same page.
Wow.
It's so confusing sometimes to be a girl.
I hate competition between girls. Like, ugh.
How do you feel being a girl?
Wow, really interesting. Sometimes it's like hard to like dance to the songs because of the lyrical content. Like I want to be reading the lyrics, not dancing to the beat because they're so intriguing. You know what I mean? Obviously, once you get more into the songs, you know what the songs are about and you've heard them a few times, that's when you can get into like the dancing sort of side of things. You know what I mean? Because that one I'm like, yeah, I'm bobbing. But if I was just listening to the music and wasn't even looking at lyrics or hearing lyrics, I'd probably be like moving more. But because it's so engaging lyrically, I'm just literally reading the lyrics, of course. Let's have a little look at who that might be about. It doesn't say in the about section. Let's click some lyrics. You're all about writing poems. Let's click that. Oh. It might be about Marina. Okay, so, but I am right in saying there might have been like some beef with Lorde, right? Because haven't they now got a song together squashing the beef? I don't know. Obviously I haven't heard the bloody song yet, so I don't know. Obviously go off in the comments. Don't tell me all like, don't tell me everything though, because I do want to hear the song and does the song reveal stuff? If the song reveals some of the stuff, don't tell me what is in the content of the song. Obviously, but yeah, give me a little bit of tea. You're all about writing poems. It says, Marina has been pulled forward in fan theories, posting poems on her Instagram throughout 2020, 2024, ending up releasing her own poetry book, Eat the World. Marina and Charli have also collaborated in the past on a fan single, Just Desserts, and Charli served as Marina's opening act for the Electra Heart Tour in 2012, while both artists were signed to Atlantic UK. Oh. I don't remember seeing Charli on that tour. It was someone called Foxes or whatever when I watched her. Imagine if I'd seen Charli and I didn't realise. Can you imagine if I'd seen Charli XCX and didn't fucking realise? That would be crazy. Yes, it was Foxes. It was Foxes that I saw. Oh my god, imagine if I got to see Charli. I was going to say, I think I'd fucking remember if I saw Charli XCX, right? No, I saw Foxes. Okay, interesting. Wow, I didn't know they had problems with each other. Okay, why is there so many problems with people? Fans of both artists have throughout compared and wished for an updated collab from the pair, but seemed to butt heads as Marina claimed that fruit looks familiar when Charli did a campaign dry shampoo when Charli did a campaign for dry shampoo in 2016. Ooh, that fruit looks familiar. Okay. Charli has since then joked on Twitter on the matter, reusing the phrase as a joke herself. Everyone wants a familiar fruit moment or whatever. Although the artists have yet to be officially seen together, they were seen at the Billboard Women in Music Awards 2024, where Charli performed So I Dedicate to Late Sophie. Okay, but why would... Okay, that's not really anything to be too beefed up about, surely. It's like, oh, get over it, you know? Calm down. So petty. People say we've got the same hair. I thought of Lorde at first, because Lorde's got like the bumpy, you know, wiggly hair. And Charli, well, I guess in this era, she's got that kind of real crazy hair. But yeah, of course, it could be like Marina's hair too, because it's wavy and black. In a May 2024 interview with the Rolling Stone, Charli described her relationship with a singer-songwriter, Lorde. Okay. Stating she was into my music. This is me clicking on about the same hair, okay? Okay. So, Describing her relationship with singer-songwriter Lorde, stating she was into music, she had a big hair, I had big hair, she wore black lipstick, I wore black lipstick. You create these parallels and think, well, that could have been me, but it couldn't have because we're completely different people. Charli has often commented on her complicated relationship with Lorde due to both others' comparisons and her own insecurities, especially leading up to the release of BRAT. Oh my goodness, that feels so much better. Yeah, I'm starting to really get a bit achy in my old feet there. But okay, I'm not going to go into too much detail. If you guys want to tell me more, go ahead. But yeah, let's move on to Apple. Why did I sit down? That is jumping!
I can see you don't fall far from the tree. 'Cause I've been looking at you so long now, I only see me. The airport, the airport, the airport, the airport.
I like that.
Could turn yellow or green. I know there's lots of different nuances to you and to me. I wanna grow the apple, keep all the seeds, but I can't help it, get so angry you don't listen or leave. The airport, the airport, the airport.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna drive all night. I spent the apple down symmetrical lines. So what I find is kinda scary, makes me just wanna drive.
I can't believe I just sat down, honestly. I should be up, like... But my legs hurt!
Where you go when you're feeling alone? I wanna know where you go when you're feeling alone. When you're feeling alone,
Yeah. Woo! Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Ah, a nice one to break up the sort of yeah, you know, there's some songs in here that are very intense lyrically. They're very like telling and real, and yeah, a bit like Billy's album, you know. But Billy was very vulnerable and like telling real personal stories. But obviously the songs on Billy's album where they were personal stories obviously had a bit more of like a it was more thematic with the instrumental to lyrics ratio, you know what I mean? Whereas like these are like dance songs, some of them are like dancey type songs with like serious personal lyrics, and I love that. I think it's so fun, and like Charli is quite literally the queen of sad bops. I would say she is a sad bop queen, totally. You know, just have to watch my other reactions to her where I'm there like, I want to dance, but I'm also crying. You know what I mean? But this is different. It's not just sad, it's like personal. It's very real to her life and her insecurities. It's so interesting. That was a cool one to kind of break it up a little bit, you know? And that's one that you could really just dance to, even though I'm sure the lyrics have some deep meaning to them, but I wasn't really quite catching them as we were listening. So let's just go see about, oh yeah, this is what Charli has said about a song. She says, I think the most underrated track on BRAT is Apple. I had a lot of people reach out to me about Apple, which is cool. Obviously that track is a little bit sonically different than the rest of the songs on the record. And at first I was nervous about that. But then that kind of felt actually that is sort of the epitome of BRAT in a way, to kind of throw something unbelievably unexpected just right in your face and, you know, let it thrive. I know Caroline Polachek really likes that song, which is cool because I actually was really thinking about Caroline's writing style when I was writing it. I told her this. I was like, I was kind of channeling you. Apple is the kind of sleeper hit, as you would say. Yeah, that is cool. And I don't even think it's much of a sleeper hit. I thought it was just a hit. I really liked it. I thought it was really cool. I loved the way that like drum, like boom, 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 boom. Kind of want to go back a bit just to like hear the...
I can see you don't fall far from the tree. 'Cause I've been looking at you so long now, I only see me. The airport, the airport, the airport.
Yeah, I can actually really hear the Caroline influence now too. I really want to hear it again just to see if I could. I think especially with those sort of like vocals, like vocal layering, and one of them having a bit more of like a a tubular sound where it feels like it's in like a circular metal tube, you know, and like a bit more of like an intimate dry vocal with the sort of electronically like manipulated ones like attached to it, really giving it like space and like interesting. And even the way she's singing it, the tone is sort of like a Caroline way of doing it, and the melody too. Yeah, I really like that. And then obviously
I can see a book turn yellow or green.
and all the synth moments. Yeah,
To you and to me.
yeah, totally.
I wanna grow the apple, keep all the seeds, but
Yeah, I think that's honestly a freaking banger, and I am kind of sad that I wasn't stood up for that one. But we are going on to back now, and I'm sorry, I would be a fucking fool to be seated during this song. I have reacted to it already. That's how I know it's not a sit-down song. And this back to back, even after hearing all the songs, is probably still my number one so far. So far, back to back is still my number one. I can't help it. I love it so much. Let's get stood up again, Fern. Doesn't even matter if you're in pain because you're going to dance through the pain. That's what you're going to do. The dance floor is prepped. I've just extended my light and camera holder, and I'm going to put the microphone down, and we are going to experience some crazy dance moves together. Let's go back to back.
back to back to back to back to you. I don't wanna fall right back to us. Maybe you should run right back to her. I don't wanna go back to back to back to back to back to you. I don't wanna go back to back to back to back to back to you. I don't wanna fall right back to us. Maybe you should run right back to her. I don't wanna go back to back to back to back to back. I don't wanna go back to back to back to back to back to you. I don't wanna fall right back to us. Maybe you should run right back to her. I don't wanna go back to back to back to back to back to you. I don't wanna fall right back to us. Maybe you should run right back to her. I don't wanna go back to back back.
The way I sing this in the shower all the time, it's so satisfying to sing. It's so good. Okay, back to my seated position. Something about that. I know it's like Von Dutch has a bit more energy than that one, to be fair, but that, I don't know what it is about that one. I don't know what it is. It's just something about it is so perfect, so special. And like, I tell you, when I learnt the whole back to back to back to back to you, I don't want to fall right back to us. Maybe you should run right back to her. I don't want to go right back to back to back to back to back to you. Like the fact that it is like a cycle that doesn't end. Like it just doesn't end, you know, until she makes it end. And then the whole like back, 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 and then getting thrown into took a long time. Breaking myself down, building myself up, repeating it. And then like she's saying repeating it, but then like chorus can repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat. I don't want to feel fearless. I don't want to feel fearless. I don't want to feel fearless. Oh, that's so good because it feels vulnerable as well. It's got that boom, boom, boom. I don't want to feel fearless. Oh, so good. Anyway, I have reacted to that song already, so I shouldn't be going on this much about it, but there really is something about it. And then in that last like big one, it's just like back, 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 back. It really reminds me of Black Mascara by Ray so much. So fun, so good. Okay, next song is called Mean Girls.
Yeah, it's 2 a.m. and she's out there in a sheer white dress, wearing last night's makeup. Worships Lana Del Rey in her AirPods. Yeah, she's in her mid-20s, real intelligent, hedonistic with the gravel, droll and dead eye. This one's for all my mean girls. This one's for all my bad girls.
Whoa.
This one's for all my break your boyfriend's heart girls. Mean girls. This one's for all my bad girls. For all my tearing shit apart girls. Yeah, it's 4 a.m. and she's out there calling daddy while she's fingering a gold cross.
Ew.
And she's kind of fucked up, but she's still in vogue. You say she's problematic, and the way you say it's so fanatic. Think she already knows that you're
I'm so
obsessed.
invested. I love this one so much.
This one's for all the mean girls. This one's for all the bad girls.
This one's for all my break your boyfriend's heart girls. For all my tearing shit apart girls.
Hit it. Nope, not yet. So much tension.
This one's for all my
Hit it.
mean girls. This one's for all my bad girls. Break your boyfriend's heart girls. For all my
I like how she goes down on that bit. Oh. Wah, 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 wah. I love that. Oh, I really like that. When I was reading the lyrics, I was like, oh, okay. Like, I related so much of it. Also, I wanted to say about the back-to-back one. I know I've already talked about it, but I was thinking, like, literally the other day, I was walking home and it was about 3 a.m. You know, it was 3 a.m. I was up to no good, but it was 3 a.m. and I was listening to back as I walked through like the dark streets. Honestly, listening to that song made me feel like brave walking out at night. I was just there like, yeah, I want to go right back to back to back to back to back. And I was had a little strut in my step. Oh my God, it was good. And then it reminded me, because in this song, it literally was saying something like walking home at 4 a.m. and I literally was like, so confused because I was going to mention that about the back-to-back song. It literally, let's have a little look, skim of the lyrics, because I was kind of like relating a little bit, but I'm definitely not a mean girl. But it says, yeah, it's 2 a.m. and she's out there in a sheer white dress wearing last night's makeup. Okay, that doesn't sound like me. I could never wear last night's makeup. In the past, I could have, but now I respect my skin. I this sounds like me when I was 21. That's kind of what it's sounding like. My uni days, I would go and party and then like go from that party early hours of the morning into university, and I'd be wearing the same outfit, makeup, everything. I was disgusting, and I'd be falling asleep during my lessons, and it was stupid to say the least. But you know, I was just living my life. All coquettish in the pictures with the flash on. What does coquette mean? A flirtatious woman. Okay. Worships Lana Del Rey in her AirPods. Okay, this is the bit that I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that now. Oh, yes. Yes. This really is starting to sound like me in my uni days, listening. That's like, in uni is when I actually discovered Lana Del Rey. Like, obviously, I'd known who Lana Del Rey was for ages, and I thought she was absolutely so fucking boring until I actually tried to listen to her properly. And I was like, one day it just clicked and I became absolutely obsessed. It was really weird. I was like, what has actually happened? I don't even understand how. I truly don't understand how this has happened. I really didn't like her, and then suddenly she became the most extreme hyperfocus ever. Hyperfixation, sorry. I was like, okay, yeah, this is starting to sound a bit like me. But then it says, yeah, she's in her mid-20s, real intelligent. And I was like, and I was thinking about my uni days. I wasn't mid-20s, I was early 20s. So that's different. But real intelligent, oh, spot on, Charlie. I was real intelligent. I don't know about that, actually. But anyway, hedonistic with the gravel, drawl and dead eyes. That's interesting. Hedonism is always trying to chase a good time. So yeah. but dead eyes, like no soul behind the eyes sort of thing. Like, oh my God, yeah, I just do relate to that. Like, it really does remind me of me back in the day. You said she's anorexic and you heard she likes when people say it. That's sad because, like, you know, with having an eating disorder and being on that side of it with anorexia, part of the disorder is validation. Like, part of the disorder is wanting to be complimented on your skinniness sort of thing. I think you already know her, but you don't. And then she says, this is for all my mean girls. But let's have a, like, when I click on this verse 1, it says here, Charli describes her idea of a mean girl using several stereotypes of an internet it girl, such as listening to Lana Del Rey, following a coquette aesthetic. Let's see if like the coquette, I'm going to do aesthetic after coquette just to see what it looks like. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I never dressed like that ever, to be honest. Even though I absolutely love Lana Del Rey and it is such a Lana Del Rey little vibe, I never dressed like that. I have a friend that does, and she is so stunning, and she's not a mean girl. She is such a sweet girl. Gorgeous. So yeah, it's interesting that she thinks of these people as mean girls. I guess, I don't know, it's different everywhere, isn't it? When I think of mean girls, it's the whole fashion is different. I'm not going to go into it. Appearing extremely skinny, this archetype of a girl is common on sites like TikTok and Pinterest. It is important to note that she is not dissing Lana herself, just describing the kind of girl that listens to her music. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I feel like this coquette fashion looks too prim and proper, and I could just never be that. I've always been more of a messy one, a bit more of a, you know, a mess. Yeah, but it's interesting because she said like you know, last night's makeup with this coquette fashion, it's got like a sense of trashiness with the sort of pristineness. I really like the imagery, honestly. But no, that could never be me. I was definitely a bit more like alternative. I don't know what the fuck my style was or is. If I'm honest, I still don't know to this day. I'm a bit of everything. Yeah, and then it says, this one's for all my mean girls. Let's click that. Potentially a reference to the Blade song, Blade song, Mean Girls, where he says, mean girls, the bad girls, are back of the club with the bad girls. Charli has worked with Blade in the past on the remix of Drama and mentioned how much she liked the characterization of Mean Girls to Blade in Interview magazine. Okay, I can't be bothered to read all that. It says Dasha Nekrasova, Mean Girl, and Charli's inspiration for this song made it big by breaking the heart of centre-left talk show host Adam Friedland, but it has 25 down votes, so maybe not. Yeah, it's 4 a.m. and she's out there with the razor-sharp tongue stuck to skinny cigarettes, calls him daddy while she's fingering a gold cross. I really like that imagery. And she's kind of fucked up, but she's still in vogue. Yeah, she is in her mid-20s when intelligent. You hate the fact that she's a New York City darling. You said she's problematic, and the way you say it is so fanatic. I think she already knows you're obsessed. Interesting. Reference to an unnamed modern right-wing art movement, spearheaded by Catholic actress and podcaster Dasha Nekrasova. Okay, so maybe it is about her. Interesting. Yes, so many references throughout this album that I'm like, what? It just says, in an interview for The Face, Charli states that Mean Girls is inspired by Dasha Nekrasova and an interest in succubus-looking, dead-eyed women. She notes herself and Gabriette as examples of this archetype. Oh, interesting. I need to type in Dasha Nekrasova now. She looks like butter wouldn't melt. She doesn't look mean at all. She doesn't. She looks innocent. But then sometimes they're the meanest ones, you know? Interesting that she's like literally written a song kind of based around her and what she kind of what she sees a mean girl to be as, but it's also in like a positive light. Really interesting. I actually love that song though. It's so cool, so fun. But anyway, let's move on. Otherwise I'll be sat here for ages just talking about that. I feel like there's always so much more to say, but there isn't really. There is and there isn't. It's just, yeah. Right, now we've got I Think About It All the Time.
I think about it all the time, that I might run out of time. When I finally met my baby, and the baby might be mine. Cause maybe one day I might. I was walking around in Stockholm, Syria, honestly thinking about my future for the first time. It was ice cold.
It was ice cold.
I went to my friend's place and I met their baby for the first time. How sublime, what a joy, oh my. She's a radiant mother and he's a beautiful father. And now they both know these things that I don't. I think about it all the time, 'cause maybe one day I might, if I don't run out of time. Would it make me miss all my freedom? I think about it all the time. I think about it all the time, 'cause maybe one day I
Wow.
might.
I love those skipping vocals.
Would it give my life a new purpose? I think about it all the time.
Oh my god. Those like drawn out bassy synths. Oh.
And they're exactly the same, but they're different now. And I'm so scared I'm missing out on something. We had a conversation on the way home. Should I start my birth control? 'Cause my career feels so small in the existential scheme of it all.
I have goosebumps, guys. Something about this.
I think about it all the time.
Damn, you know what? Like when we're hearing in the previous song earlier, not the one that's just been like one that was earlier. I think it was the romantic one. She said something about generations and stuff, and how like she has all these different romances, but no like generations. I had a little flash of a thought of like her being like, oh, you know, I don't have children. You know, and I didn't want to go into a whole thing and be like, oh, maybe she wants kids, blah, 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 because I don't want to ever assume things. But then hearing that, I'm like, wow. And then the music was so good too. Like I really loved everything that was happening in the instrumental of that song. Like it was so good. Like I genuinely just truly enjoyed that one so much, not just for the lyrical content. Yeah, it kind of made me emotional a little bit though, because I was like, I kind of was trying to focus on the instrumental parts as well, because I was like, oh, that's like touching and like sweet and again so honest and so real. I think about it all the time that I might run out of time, but I finally met my baby and the baby might be mine. I wonder what that means. Charli announced her engagement to the 1975 drummer and producer George Daniel in late 2023. Now that she's committed to someone for life, she's questioning if she may want to have children with him. She also does this later in a song when she asks, should I stop taking my birth control, in a conversation with George. Makes me emotional because I just feel like I'm a mum. I am a mum and I respect anyone who doesn't want to be a mum or a father. I don't care what anyone else wants to do, but I am a mum and I became a mum at 17 years old. I've only ever experienced adult life as a parent. Like I've never had an adult life without having a kid, which is mad to think about. But sometimes when I think of Charli or like people that are older starting to wonder whether they should have a kid, it's like I wonder what that felt like to like have had no kids for so much of your adult life and then having kids. That must be such a crazy transition, because in a way I grew up with my child. That sounds so strange, but it's true. I grew up through like the early years of adulthood while my child was becoming a child, you know. And I was more like, oh, whatever, more naive and more like, oh, it'll be fine, just going through the motions. Whereas now I know so much more about life experiences, more about pain, more about just so much more, that having a kid now freaks me out more than it did then, which is weird. But I love that she is thinking about it, and writing a song about it shows that she's really thinking about it. She doesn't want to run out of time. Would it give my life a new purpose? And she's saying, you know, she met like her friend's babies for the first time and how it was lovely. She's a radiant mother and he's a beautiful father. And how they both know things that I don't. Yeah, being a parent, like, if you're not a parent, you just, like, people can, like, have their, like, ideas of what it's like to be a parent, and they love to give unsolicited advice and so on like that. But it's like, you actually have not one clue what it is like to be a parent. And it's not something that you can explain. Like, it is a feeling, it's a lifestyle, it's a whole thing that you can't explain. She said something about like, you know, would it make me miss all my freedom? And of course you're definitely going to have times when you miss out on things, but being someone like Charli and who's getting engaged, and she isn't going to be a single parent by the sounds of it, obviously. Also, she's got like money and whatever. She won't have to miss out on much. You know what I mean? And like, she will want to be spending time with her child. It's a whole different thing. Like, yes, FOMO can be so strong, but we get FOMO even if you're not a parent, you know what I mean? And they're exactly the same, but they're different now. I'm so scared I'm missing out on something. So we had a conversation on the way home. Should I stop my birth control because my career feels so small in the existential scheme of it all? Oh my God, I really want her to have a baby. Because, you know, she wants to. And I really want her. I know she's scared, but I really, really, really would love it if Charli became a mum. How cute. How cute would that be? And she'd call her baby Brat. Hey, you little brat. I called my daughter a brat the other day. I was like, you're being a brat. And I was like, wow, I've never really used that word before. But she was acting like a brat. I was like, you are being a brat right now, so watch your tone. And I think she got the memo. She got the she was like, oh, whoa. Well, yeah, it says here, this is what Charli said to the Rolling Stone. It was crazy seeing about her friend Noonie Bao when she had a child. Yeah, this is what Charli said. It was crazy seeing her standing in the same clothes she's always worn, but now she has this completely different perspective on life than I do. She's not enforcing that on me. It's just a fact. She's not alive for the same reason that I am now. Am I less of a woman if I don't have a kid? Well, I don't like that thought, because you're never less of a woman. You're not suddenly not a woman if you don't have a kid, okay? Womanhood doesn't start when you have a kid. Anyone who thinks that, get those thoughts out of your head. Well, I feel like I've missed out on my purpose in life. I know we're not supposed to say that, but it's this biological and social programming. There's a lot of pressure on women to not talk about that stuff super openly. So true, especially not in pop music or in music generally. We're supposed to be sexy and free and fun and wild. My circumstances involves me making a decision and being like, I'm gonna come off my birth control, I'm not gonna tour, I'm going to see what George wants to do, and then we're gonna try for a baby. I feel like a kid. I don't feel like I can make that decision. You have to make the decision because we have a clock. Ooh, yeah, it is scary. It's very scary, and to like stop everything, but you're not stopping everything. You have to like not look black and white. It does take planning, and it takes intention and so on like that. But once that baby's there, like if you wanted it somewhat, or even if you know, I don't know what it is. Like, I didn't plan on having my child, but the way I love her is insane. Like, I don't think I'd be alive if it wasn't for being a mum. Like, becoming a mum at a young age has pretty much kept me alive throughout my whole life since then. So, yeah, interesting. It really does change your purpose in life. Wow. All right, last song now, and it's 365, but the first song was called 365. Oh, 360. Oh, interesting. Let's hear it. Okay. Okay.
When I'm in the club, yeah, when I'm at the house, yeah, 365 party girl. Should we do a little key? Should we have a little line? Wish my hair back, look hot when I'm. No, I really don't stop when I'm gonna jump when it drops when I'm down 999. It's a good time. Who the fuck are you? I'm a brat when I'm bumping that till the windows crack. I'll be. No, I'll never go home. Don't sleep, don't eat, just do it on repeat. Keep French manicure, wipe away the residue. Push my hair back, look hot when I'm. No, I really don't stop when I'm gonna jump when it drops when I'm. No, I wanna hit my track. Are you bumping that till the windows crack? I'll be bumping that. No, I'll never go home. Don't sleep, don't eat, just do it on repeat. Keep bumping that. When I'm in the club, yeah, meet me in the bathroom if you're 365 party girl. French manicure, wipe away the residue. I look hot when I'm. No, I really don't stop when I'm gonna jump when it drops when I'm down 999. It's a good time. Bumping that. No, I'll never go home. Don't.
I wish I could make it louder.
Keep.
Oh, I love that so much. This is a great last song. Okay, and that's going back to...
Can't relate, I'll always be the one. Drop down.
Yeah, because it had like a similar sound to that one.
Bumping that. Here we go. Hot when I'm bumping that. No, I really don't stop when I'm bumping that. Gonna jump when it drops.
Is it the same, but like shifted a bit, like a different key or something? I don't know. That's really interesting. But yeah, they sounded similar, but obviously 365 had such a crazy like outro and like big moments I absolutely loved. I love that for a last song. That is so fun, so pumping, so exciting. Woo! You know what I mean? Also, I know that there's 3 more songs. I've actually been filming for over 2 hours. I can't actually deal with how long this might take to edit and so on. I can't believe it's taken this long, but there's been so much to talk about. There has been literally so much to talk about. I don't feel like I've recorded for this long in a while. Probably have, but yeah, I feel like I've really, really taken a while with this one. But well, so then let's do it. Let's do Hello, Goodbye, Guess, and Spring Breakers. Hello, Goodbye, let's go. I'm gonna really try and like not talk too much about them unless I really need to.
I don't know what's going on most of the time. I'm out my mind. Felt a little fear and some anxiety the second you arrived and kind of smiled at me. I said goodbye before you came. I turned around and ran away. I was too scared. I should have said hello, 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 hello. Now I'm all up in my head, replaying all my worst regrets. Felt a little fear and some anxiety the second you arrived and kind of smiled at me so silently. I said goodbye before you came. Hello, 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 hello.
It would have been a bit weird if you said that though. Hello, 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 hello. Ooh, what is that little sympathy flute? Such a good release. Wow, it's so pretty. Wow, it's gorgeous. Wow. That's cool. I love that little sympathy flute sound. Sounded so ethereal and bright and like, heavenly. Oh, I'm so glad that it did go into such a good release like that too. Like that was such a good release. Let's see. I love what it's called, BRAT, and it's the same, but there's 3 more songs. I just love that it's called that. That's so good. Right, let's go to About section. Much like Back to Back, second single from the album, Hello Goodbye tackles a very similar theme of falling in and out of love, but instead of it being a consequence of bad love choices, it's rather Charli's own embarrassment over introducing herself to a potential partner. Yeah, cool. Let's move on. Like I said, I don't want to be faffing about now. Next one's called Guess. Do I need to be stood up right now?
You wanna guess the color of my
Yeah, I'm standing up. Okay, now let's do this properly. Let's go. Yeah, that hits. There's been like a couple times in this album where I have wished it might be a little louder or hit a little harder. Just a couple times, because there are some that really hit like this. And this is one that is hitting hard and I'm like, yep, I'm ready to move.
You wanna guess the color of my underwear. You wanna know what I got going on down there. Is it showing off my brand new lower back tattoo? You wanna put them in your mouth, pull them all down south.
This is so naughty.
Now that's what I'm
Talking about. Ooh!
Person might be
It's like technologic Daft Punk.
person might remix it. Send him to the day, I think he's with it.
Ooh! What's this?
You wanna guess the color of my underwear?
Woo! Come on, bonus track.
You wanna turn this shit out? That's what I'm talking about. You wanna try it, bite it, lick it, spit it, pull it to the side and get all up in it. Brown person,
That's so naughty.
guess.
Oh my god. Imagine if I didn't listen to the bonus tracks.
How much money I just took from this deal? Wanna guess the password to my Google Drive? You wanna guess? I'm serious about this song.
Oh, the little giggle at the end too. Oh, that was so good. That was so good. I knew I had to stand up for that one. Even from the start, I was like, oh, this is going to be banging the whole way through. I just know it will be. Oh my God. Wow. Sorry, the lighting was getting a little strange. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't need to go into that one. It was just cheeky. It was naughty. It was cheeky, kind of sexy, but naughty and cheeky mainly. Right. Okay. And the last one is called Spring Breakers.
Hi, it's me, you're all in danger. Never get invited cause I'm such a hater. Got my finger on the detonator. Crazy girl shit, gonna go spring breakers. Every time I make it so outrageous.
That's
People
cool.
play and say,
It's like Britney.
gonna go spring breakers.
Oh, it's so cool.
Vroom, 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 vroom in a big pink truck.
Vroom,
Got every tent
vroom.
and I'm gonna pull up. Hey, watching all the girls strut. Got the custom on, hit the worst dress list. Yeah, you better not slide, not slip, not trip. Cause I poured a load of gasoline on the carpet. Boom, 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 clap. And I just laughed when the
boom,
bodies
clap.
went splat. Yeah, I knew I'd end up with my hands behind my back in a police car. Blue and red sirens all flash, 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 flashlights and cameras everywhere. Now I'm on the news with the DUI scare. Who cares? Just put me on the platform, turn the microphone on. Hi, it's me, you're all in danger. Never get invited cause I'm such a hater. Got my finger on the detonator. Crazy girl shit, gonna go spring breakers. Every time I make it so outrageous. Gonna go spring breakers. Gonna.
Oh, the instrumental.
I could talk real nice. Maybe if you give me that prize, you might see a tear from my eye. Might change my whole damn life. No, I never misbehave, and I do my speech on time. Maybe something just like, hi, it's me, you're all in danger. Never get invited cause I'm such a hater. Got my finger on the detonator. Every time I make it so outrageous. Always gonna listen, people playing safer. 4, 3, 2, 1, see you later. Crazy girl shit, gonna go spring breaker. Gonna go spring breakers. Gonna go spring breakers.
Oh my gosh! Yes! What? Coming out with those two bangers. Okay, I really liked Hello Goodbye as well. Yeah, I'm so glad that we had 2 more party songs, like proper party songs on this album because yes, we did have a few anyway, but there was some wrapped with like more serious lyrics. So it felt more important to like dive in and take them seriously. Whereas then we have 2 extra ones here where it's just fun, exciting. Oh, it balances the album out just a little bit more. I think personally, I think so. This is just my first listen, of course. So hard to tell. It will all change in editing. I'll be able to like sit and analyse the songs a little differently. But that was so fun. That just made me want to move. Thank goodness I stood up. Oh, God, if I was sat down during those songs, I would have just been sad. I would have been sad. Right, I'm going to go through the track list, but what I'm going to do first for Patreon is watch the music videos. Okay, so I've just reacted to the music videos, and I also reacted to So I live billboard thing. The only one complaint I had about that one was that it was a bit too quiet, so I couldn't didn't hit like the song did on the record because it was very quiet and I couldn't feel it very much. But Charli herself sounded very sweet. The way she did it was so emotive. I could feel her nerves, and it was actually really endearing, and oh yeah, so cute. And then the music videos, well, just go join the Patreon if you want to see what I thought about those. But now we're just going to quickly go through the track list and yeah, wrap it up. First of all, we had 360, which was really cool, and it was the first thing that made me think it was like you know, pop 2. It had that like sort of earlier Charli feel to it. A.G. Cook's production, obviously awesome. Next we have Club Classics. Club Classics makes you feel like your heart is actually trying to escape your chest with that weird bass that's so like jelly or something, and it's globular. But then we had Sympathy is a Knife, which like moved into a more like of her insecure side of things, and like it might be about Taylor Swift, which is crazy. And then I Might Say Something Stupid. Oh yes, this was like that little short one that felt like just like a sort of, just felt like thoughts, and I really liked the kind of tense instrumental that didn't really lead anywhere. Then we had Talk Talk, which I really liked. I didn't love Talk Talk, but I really did like it. It was like, yeah, very Vogue in that like synth. Yeah, it is good. I do like that one actually, but don't love it, I don't think. Von Dutch, I actually kind of feel like could be a favourite of mine actually. It just hits so good, and then after seeing the music video, made it even better. And then we had Everything is Romantic. I actually really enjoyed Everything is Romantic. It was so... Oh, for God's sake, Siri, don't get involved. What? Where is this music coming from? Why? Sorry, the Dandy Warhol started playing. It's because I'm touching my headphones in silly ways and it makes things happen. Annoying. Okay, but yes, Everything Romantic I really enjoyed. Yeah, I love the way it would shift and everything, and then we had that real like hyperpop classic outro sort of sound. Rewind was so good. It got me really thoughtful actually, really thoughtful. I think, yeah, it just made sense to me. So I About Sophie is an absolutely beautiful song, really emotional. And then we had Girls So Confusing, which was again about more of like personal stuff, about like, you know, feuds and whatever, and being compared and all these sorts of things. Then we had Apple, which was really cute. I really like that, and that was the one that was inspired by Caroline Polachek, which is cool. Then we had Back to Back, which, you know, I love that one. So good. Back to back to back to back to back to back to you. Then we had Mean Girls, which was really cool. I really liked diving into that one for some reason. I don't even know why. I feel like I spent a lot of time on that one just because I was like reading it all, and it was like making me remember my like earlier years, and I don't know, I just felt like I could connect to it in a weird way, but also I don't view myself as a mean girl ever. I found it intriguing. Then we had I Think About It All the Time, which is about Charli wanting a baby, which is adorable, and I really kind of hope that she does get to that part in her life, because the fact she's thinking about it shows that she does want it a little bit. Then we had 365 to end it, which was a really fun way to end it, and I really liked that it was like 360 in a way, but like slightly different, like more, I felt like it more fun and more pumping towards like the middle and the end, which is cool for an outro. Then we had Hello Goodbye, which I did kind of like, but I didn't love Hello Goodbye, I feel. Didn't love it. Then we had Guess, which was extremely naughty. Very naughty, but very fun. Then we had Spring Breakers, which is, again, was just absolutely so fun. What a brilliant... It's just so fun. I'm so glad that she added like these songs on the end. Like, so glad. It balanced everything out totally, like way more, I don't know, and just extra songs, can't say no to that. So yeah, that is it. I really do hope you enjoyed my reaction. I have literally been recording for 3 hours and 3 minutes and 30 seconds now, right now. It won't be that long for you guys, so don't worry about that, but for me, that's how long it's been, and it's because I've been yapping I've been yapping. I can't help it when it comes to Charli's music. She's got a lot to talk, and there's a lot to talk about when I listen to Charli's songs. And which is cool because like most people would think, oh, it's just like a pop album. What's there to say? So much, always so much, because her lyrics, her lyrical content. You know what I mean? Really hope you enjoyed. Do become a patron if you can. It would mean the world to me. But if you can't, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram, all those lovely things. And I shall see you next time. Bye.